Welcome to the cat, bitch. Made us a plan, stuck to the goal. Keep it 100, that's the G code. Got it out the mud, watch the grass grow. True to the shit, you ain't seen this before. Man, we made us a plan, stuck to the goal. Keep it 100, that's the G code. Got it out the mud, watch the grass grow. True to the shit, you ain't seen this before. I've been a player since your OG had a two-way. Real. I ain't new to it, I'm true to it, that's pimp fluid. Got a bottle full with no label and that's no cap. Grindaholic, I've been there. Real one, you never been there. Other shit, you never been around. Social media, where you seen that? I can tell by your wordplay, you been on Facebook and IG. Nick picking for that true slang. Mojo stealing B.I.D. Want real, you got it. All I want is deposits. After taxes, I got it. Bottle popping in the projects. Hood niggas, we do this. We ain't never had shit. Came with all we conquered. Now the whole world gon' rock. Nigga, if it ain't right, will you address me, nigga? I ain't come for no tongue fight. I've been nice. I ain't come for no fuck shit. I rep mine. My foes up and my M down. It's game time. Fuck nigga, if it ain't right.
Cool. Alright. So we're gonna come back in this thing, Kenny, man. Appreciate it. Go ahead, you go, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. You're gonna be live with this thing, man. So some of y'all getting it raw. The other one's gonna drop soon on the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Luckbone YouTube channel, man. Also the Twitch channel, Luckbone843. And y'all can see some more, man. We got some segments, man. So the one that's tuning in, appreciate y'all. We're about to get it in, man. Again, I got the legend in here, man. Carolina born and raised. You know what I'm talking about? We got another Carolina native in this thing with us, man. He can introduce himself again, come back around for the second time. We're on part 2 of this interview, man. It's going on, we're still Mackin-N-Traffic. We're back in this thing. So once again, the people that don't know, the ones that's tuning in, the one and only, the legend, Mr. Kenny Miller in here, man. Quiller, I'm sorry. Quiller, my bad. My bad, I play a fuck up. But we in here, man. And then we got, introduce yourself, player.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's E.T.
E.T. And I was actually to see my buddy perform at the music conference, man. Dope show, dope everything, man. So he's going to talk a little bit about himself too, man, and give us some information. I got a couple more questions for Mr. Kenny Quiller in here, man, because we got celebrity in the building, man. Carolina, man, if you're connected with him, man, make sure y'all reach out to him, man. Stay plugged in.
Too late, man.
Reach out to Kenny Miller.
Right. My for Mr. Kenny Quiller. Once again, man. We're back in this thing, man. Introduce your partner again, man. Let them know what's going on. How y'all link up?
Wow. So this is, he goes by E.T., you know, keeping it short because thing about social media is, you know, everybody always asks, what's your social handle? What's your handle? For what? It's like, I'm like,
that's how you respond to
for what? Yeah, because, you know, it's like, you know, I feel like for artists, it's a distraction. I feel like, you know, why not let other people post you? Why not let other people tell about you? And so you can be like a mystiqueness. You know, I don't get the social media thing about following me. I mean, for what? What are you following me? You know, it's it's like, let's build this platform. Let's keep it, the best kept secret. When it's time to get there or be that person, then we'll let you know what the social media is. But so for right now, y'all, he's ET. Ain't no need in inboxing, ain't no need in nothing, because it's nothing. Building something from zero. He's from Ohio.
I'm in white sweatpants right now.
But he came because I asked him to. I made it work where when he got off work, I could come here and I could bring him because, I feel like this is going to be the, I'm not going to say the next big thing. He is he's the real deal. That's why I'm calling him ET. I've had some things where I would take him around different environments, people's homes, and so that they can see greatness right in front of their eyes. Because I wanted them to capture him on film. I wanted them to take pictures with him. Because now that I know what I'm doing now, like I really know what I'm doing it different. So the first thing when people ask me, yo, what's his handle? Oh, like, wait for it. Like, we're building something here. So the way that I met ET is, of course, at the conference. And, I heard him do his thing, but I wasn't even interested in him as an artist. Like, that would be my first thing, So what happened is after he did the semifinals and he got in, I'm like, yo, like, should I tell him the truth? Should I say something to him? Yeah, that's my heart. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, yo, man, let me tell you something, dude. I'm not trying to be funny, but let me tell you what everybody's thinking about you. You're another white boy playing the guitar. That's it. Mm-hmm. And that's a dime a dozen to us.
Right.
Fortunately, I know music. You know what I'm saying? I got the ear for it. So I see, at least here, potential in the. So
right.
It ain't about him as an artist, because I was done with music. Like, the attitude, the ego, all of y'all told me, I was done with it. So, but as a humanitarian, as a friend, I'm like, yo, man, like, let me touch your hair. Let me make you look the part. Because I said, you're going to make the finals. You're going to get in the final because you're white. Like, but let me make you at least look the part like a star. Because right now you're looking shabby. Like, so I told him that, I cut hair, shop it down the street, because I always have my clippers with me for some reason. I don't know. Never leave home without it. So I was like, yo, man, like, we can go to the shop and I can lace you up, man, and you can look like a star that I see that. And so we stepped out with the Marriott and the train was coming, like, just like that. I looked at him, he looked at me, like, let's go. Here it is, the train. Like, and to me, that's God. Like, when stuff happen like that and then I line it up, because I'm very in tune, man. I'm probably too in tune. But so the train came, we're riding down the street on the train and we're talking and he mentions, people that he knows. Because, I'm like, all right, we got about 3 minutes on this train ride. Let me get to know who you are. And he mentioned a friend of mine named Sean Bonner, you know what I'm saying? And, and I'm like, hey, I said, hold on. Sean, I said, hold on. I said, hold up, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, you the white guy that Sean told me about that should be in my stage play? Yeah. Because he was like, Kenny, you need a white boy. You need somebody white in your stage play. So I'm like, and he said, I guess so. I said, hold on, wait a minute.
Get in there.
Do you act too? Because I only saw him sing.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, that's my background, theater. I said, oh, Lord. Okay. I'm like, all right, well, good. Because I'm not interested in you as an artist. Singing at all. I'm done with that. Yeah. It's too many people that's doing this. Right. TikTok, social media. So we get in the barbershop, and I said, hey, I'm cutting this hair. I said, I'm not gonna make you look black, because see, most black barbers cut white hair short. Right. Because they used to doing black haircuts. Me, I got the other side training because I went to a white school. Right. Side cut. So, side note. Like back in my day, it was only two schools. There was a black school and a white school. Right. Black World was for the black people. Yeah. The Hairstyling Institute was for the white people. Guess who owned it? Guess on Agreement.
You got both. You got both.
And when I figured out that,
small business, right?
Very small business.
Very small business.
I was mad at him, but
Yeah.
I didn't like the name.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, it would cost the same amount of money. I need to maximize my mother's money. This was when I was like 18. Just thinking about the bigger picture. I always think about the bigger picture.
Right.
So he was like, why do you want to go to the white school? I got a black school. I'm like, because I don't know how to cut black hair. Right. And I can cut a white hair too, but I don't know why I know how to cut a white hair. Like, I don't know why. So I wanted to go to the white school for the theory of cutting hair.
Right.
Man, I went to the white school, put on my clippers, and they ain't never seen nothing like that. Because, they use scissors and blow dryers. I'm using clippers and shape-ups, sharp, without a razor. So now I'm teaching them how to cut hair with clippers. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So I knew how to cut his hair.
You went to school and then turned into a teacher at the same time.
Right. So, and because I always like to be the big fish in a small pond. I've always liked that. Because I'm just like, I can go in and see this door that's needed and become the bigger, I'll get the bigger end of the stick because I didn't come in the way that, most people would come in. So I always try to find that advantage. It's always a door that I'm trying to find, how can I make this bigger? Right. How can I come out on the end? Okay. So anyway, so when I cut his hair, I said I'm not gonna make it look black. I kept his bangs, I kept everything, but I made I tightened it up, and he liked it, But before I finished the haircut, guess who calls on the phone? Sean.
That's crazy.
Out of nowhere. I said, okay, God, I hear you. So I'm like, yo, man, you got to answer the phone because this is too much for me. I'm about to mess your hair. So you talk to Sean. So he was like, yo, man, this is Eric, and I ain't want to say that, but yeah, you don't know the last name. So he was
Does
like,
it start with a T? Or
right. So he was like, yeah, man, this is Eric, and Sean like, man, hello, why you answer Kenny's phone? It was crazy. It was a lot of energy. So everything was love. You know what I'm saying? So when he left, he caught the train to go back up. He missed the trolley. He came back in the shop, man, with some shades on. Yeah. I said, that's who you need to be tomorrow. Like, when you get on that stage, you wear the shades, then you take them off. Right.
Yeah, so just so they get a feel, here, let me wear yours real quick. Yeah. There we go. It kind of looked like this.
Yeah, he was.
As I came on stage.
In my sweatpants.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he was just cool. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Like, that was amazing to me, that transition. He looked like a country rock star, you know what I'm saying? So, after that, I went up to the conference and, of course, everybody was on the panel speaking. So now it was his turn to sing. And what I noticed, though, was that when he sung this original record, I noticed everybody was singing a hook. Yeah. I'm like, okay, what is really going on? Because, most times when you have an original record, nobody knows the record.
Yeah, they caught him quick.
But they caught on quick. So, after the showcase, he didn't win the 10 grand, which I told him that wasn't going to happen. Like, we would have killed you if you would have won that money, first of all. But then, I'm noticing nobody went to him, nobody talking to him about business, nobody on the panel, no DJ Envy, nobody. I said, okay, at least ask about the record. Right. That's music. That got nothing to do with the artist. So, I'm like, yo, man, that song that you sung, this is probably my Teddy Riley coming out of me, like the production, like, yo, because I'm a producer, I can take that record that you sung acapella with a guitar and make it a hit record for some bigger artists. And I said, yo, do you have that record? And then he was like, yeah. I said, because I think I would like to get a stab at producing the record. He said, it's already produced. People say that all the time. I'm like, yeah, right. He sent me that record, dog. I'm like, what is this? Like, I just cannot believe it. I'm like what I heard and what he gave me was what I envisioned it to be. Yeah. And from then on, I'm like, yo, what else you got now? He said, he sent me more records. And now I'm like, okay, this is crazy because I thought about all the people that I helped. I helped a lot of people that didn't listen. Yeah. That did not listen. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't even the whole package.
Don't feel bad now because he's been out here for a long time.
They wasn't even the whole package. They were like one-dimensional or whatever. And I'm like, I thought about it. I'm like, damn, I worked for 30 years. I just thought of it. I'm like, here I am wanting to leave the music business because he acts. So I was interested in the acting. I wasn't even interested in the art. I was interested in him as a friend, let me help you first.
Right.
Then I thought about the acting. You can sing, you can play instruments, you can write. You're white. Okay. Yo, I'm like,
a nice little arsenal there.
I'm like, what do you want from me? Because I'm like, I know what I want from you.
Yeah.
And he said, a partnership. A partner. I said, hold on, man. Hold on. You didn't say manager. You said partner? He said, yeah. I said, okay. So here we are, man. It's like, and I just I feel like, back in our day, we didn't have social media.
Right.
So we couldn't say something and people believed it later. Like, I would see stuff and know that I can make it happen. But now, because of social media, I can say something like with Ryan Davis. I can say, hey, check out this guy. Nobody gives a damn about Ryan Davis. But I know what he gonna be, and I can brag about it. I can timestamp it. I can say, yeah, I can go back to it. I can share it 10 years later. Right. Same thing with Miles. Same thing with, well, I ain't done him yet because I know how I want to do him now, but I know how I can write the script because he can act, so I can write the script now. Literally do how I want to do it on my own time. Say he don't got social media. Say he's ET. I can say all this, and it don't make sense now, but I know it makes sense to me. Right. And, and he believes in me, I believe in him.
Visionary, right?
Yeah, so it's like, it's a fun time, like, that I can do something like that nobody can see. And it's crazy because I don't give a damn about what nobody thinks. Right. I don't give a damn about what nobody, thinks anymore because it's like, as long as I believe and he believes and we're together,
you're gonna make it.
Shit, I'm like, wow.
How you feel about E.T. when you linked up with Mr. Kenny?
That's a powerful line. That was like a Disney. As long as I believe, you believe, we're together, we can do it.
Yeah,
I know that, man. How was it when you met Mr. Quiller?
It was really, it was interesting because I was in a whirlwind of, nobody really came up to like talk business, but a lot of people were like, oh, let's collab, right. And I was like in kind of that state of like overwhelmedness. It was cool. It was really cool, to be appreciated and people be like, I love that song. But everyone was kind of just like, kind of buttering each other up and things. And then Kenny was just like, you need a haircut. It was like, I was like, I'm back on the ground. And it was just like, that's like basically all I said, And, I'm kind of just all right, let's go with the flow kind of guy. So I'm like, let's go to your barbershop. Are you going to murder me? I have no idea. But at this point, like, I've always known what I've wanted to do. And I feel like I've kind of gotten off that path a lot. I've never not been performing, but, and for some people, that's the dream, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm like making money, singing or as a musician, and like, that's what I want to do. But for me, I was like, this is just like, I'm not happy. Like, I know that I have something to say, and I have songs that I want people to hear. And so that's what I got to do. So I had to kind of leave the security behind and things like that. And I just decided to stay in Charlotte. I had no place to live. I had nothing. I just felt like I should stay.
Right.
And this was before the conference. But while I was still here on a contract somewhere else. And that ended, and I was like, I have no place to stay. I got nothing, but I felt like I needed to stay. And so I did. And somehow I'm here a couple months later. It's kind of crazy.
Ever since the conference?
Yeah, he was staying in like Lake Norman area, Woodville. I'm like, yo, you're too far from Charlotte. I mean, at least if I can get you to Charlotte, you'll get gigs, right? And you'll get paid gigs, and that's without even me helping you. Right. And you got to be in the environment. You know what I'm saying? So I moved them closer to downtown. You know what I'm saying? Closer to me.
Right. That's what I do.
And because I believe in them, and as I said, man, I've seen a lot, but one thing that I noticed in this industry, it ain't about the talent. Like, you can sing all day long, you can be the greatest singer in the world, but if you don't have that team or that business or that visionary, you know, it might can happen, but it ain't gonna last. You know, what's the story? Like, what, you know, what's the story behind it? You know, and when I thought about our story, he was running from theater, trying to sing. I'm running from the music business, trying to go to theater. Yeah. And when we came together, you know, Reese's Pieces, E.T., I guess, I don't know. You know, it was just crazy, man. So I'm like, you know, and then, you know, I'm at a point in my life where, you know, I have to use everything that I've learned and from my experience and pour into something.
Right.
And, you know, now I feel like I'm back alive again. You know, I mean, the TV and film world was great, you know, but now it's like I can still go back to my roots, which is music.
Right.
You know.
So you thinking about getting back into it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, wait till y'all hear him sing. Wait till you hear him play. Wait till you.
So is it?
Yeah.
I mean, when is it the theater? Is it y'all have filmed already? Or is y'all in the process of filming?
It's the background check, the stage play. It's March the 26th.
It's called background play.
It's called background check.
Background check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Background check.
At the Blumenthal Night Theater, Sunday, March the 26th.
Okay.
The only thing that I gotta say is, you know, I know that it's a new idea, especially, you know, me doing this. You know, and the thing is, you know, I just want to get the word out there, and, you know, I mean, I would love for everybody to come, but I get it. You know, I've seen where Kevin Hart got it started and it was only 100 people. I've seen Ludacris performing in front of 10 people, so I get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I get that you probably don't get me because I'm a barber, and I don't get any barber. I get it, but things about to change. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I would hope that, you know, people that know me for all these years at least come to support it, because, you know, or keep the ticket, because, you know, this might, you know, who knows? I don't even know where I'm going as far as theater and TV and film. I know where I could go with music. I know that, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that if you're smart, you know, you would get a ticket just to have it, just to say, hey, I supported it. I was there at the first show, you know.
All right.
And the same thing that I have to tell the cast. They say, you know, don't worry about ticket sales. Worry about doing the best you can do. When I cut hair, I cut a celebrity hair the same way I cut the homeless.
Right.
It ain't no different. I'm gonna do my best
every time.
I'm gonna take that homeless person and make him look like, wow, you did that to him. Cause I like to do drastic makeovers. It ain't about the haircut no more. I tell clients now, if I can't take a picture of you and make you look from this to that, I can't even cut your hair. Because it's born in me now. It's born to cut hair.
Right.
I got to transform you. I got to tell a story.
Gotcha.
And, you know, especially like when somebody that I haven't cut in years and now they coming to me, I'm like,
that was your pen.
I'm like, yo, like I can't cut your hair like I did back in the day, because it cut hair does nothing for me. I have to make a story out of it.
All right.
Yeah, because I don't want to be charging you all this money when you could pay me that money because I change your life, because I add color to your hair, because I enhance you.
Right.
You know, because I hate charging people for a haircut now. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like, because I feel bad. I'm like, because I used to charge $10.
So,
you know?
I know that shit. You put in the work though over the years.
Yeah, man.
E.T., so how was it doing the play for television? Because you say you was focused on the music. Mm-hmm. And now you're doing it, you know, you're doing the play and everything like that, and you incorporating everything into the music. How does that feel coming from the music conference to now you're doing music and you in the play? How does that feel?
I mean, it feels like old times, you know, because it hadn't been too long since I'd done a gig where I was acting too.
Did you think it was gonna turn this quick by coming from being in Charlotte and just everything just?
No, I mean not at all. Yeah. I was like debating on whether I should go to the conference. You know, I was really like, is this like, I don't know, you know. And so, but I went, and I kind of had like an idea of what I was gonna do if I was gonna stay in Charlotte. You know, just kind of just grinding like I always did. You know, back in Ohio, and but you know, things definitely turned out a lot different than I thought. But it feels great. I mean, because obviously I love, you know, like acting in theater and all that stuff. I mean, it's great. You know, my true passion is to sing, like and like write and music. But you know, that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy that too. Right. So if I'm able to do both, I mean, that's even better. That's, as Hannah Montana would say, the best of both worlds.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That's what's up. So what else? So you got the 26th, Blumenthal, Theater. Okay. So before we get into it, because I got the question for you for some Carolina stuff. So with that going on, when they get tickets now?
Yeah, I mean it's very simple. Just Google background check. It's Googleable. That's our catchphrase. But the thing is, make sure that you go to BlumenthalArts.org because there are a lot of websites out there now that's trying to hijack the tickets.
Yeah.
I think the tickets on the BlumenthalArts.org are like from $40 to maybe $70. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. Y'all see what's going on, man. We still Mackin-N-Traffic, man. I got Each in here, Mr. Kenny Quiller in here, man, and like I said, my man has accomplished a lot, man. So what I want to ask you too, Kenny, like you've been in the ground for years, man, doing the music and you've been around the city and all over. What is your take on our scene out here in the Carolinas right now?
Wow. I mean, I think that
you've seen it from all angles.
Nah, I mean, shout out to my man Arnold Taylor, man. I mean, honestly, when he did what he did, like I didn't know what he was doing before he did what he did because at one time, when I had Sharifa, he wanted to rock with us, and of course I was open like, hey, let's go. But it has to be from everybody. It can't just be from me. It got to be from the artist. So sometimes people that especially from an artist, they want to see us in bling bling. They want to see the cars, and back then Arnold was playing. What I'm saying? I was playing. You know what I'm saying? So, but as I said, it takes everybody to want to see what the situation is, and I'm never going to turn down a situation. I mean, even with ET, it's always okay. Let's check it out because you never know, and I never want to misjudge people because of their stuttering or because of how they dressing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with Arnold, man, like once he did what he did, and I was keeping in contact with him, on some other stuff,
Right.
But when he wanted Sharifa, I just wish that she would have saw the bigger picture.
Right.
Because don't get mad at me. I mean, so but the thing is, but I understand from an artist's point of view, they want to see you made it to, but E.T., he saw me playing James.
So you think that's what a lot of artists' problem is too? Like instead of just building a relationship with that person and going and getting it,
I
they
want
want to see if somebody's already there.
They want to see it, man. They want to feel it. They want to, I say this all the time, like people that come down from New York, Atlanta, talking the game, that's what they want. That's what they want to hear.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I call them hidden gems. You got to be careful, man, because that's why I'm here. I mean, I didn't have to come here. You know what I'm saying? But, you call me and we talk, and I said I'm coming, and, I was busy, but, I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, but I'm here now, and let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is,
And I got the first interview.
Yeah, he sure did. Because I could have had another one, but it didn't happen. With another podcast. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I think that there's a lot of talent here, and and I got to say, shout out to SCMG South Coast because they did it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Still doing it.
Right, but they did it, and honestly, when he did it, I said, all right, you know what? Because I like to be first in what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't first. As far as the perception and having the image,
right.
He did it, and I was so happy for him. But I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta do something else now because I'm not gonna be second.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, with this TV and film, I feel like that was an avenue for me because I ain't see nobody that did it yet.
Yeah.
From the Carolinas.
Right. And that's
so then I ain't see nobody black did it with a white person.
Right.
Ever. So those are the two lanes that I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to be. I'm probably talking too much because now somebody else might do it, but it don't matter. It's on film. It's documented.
Already.
Yeah.
So do you think the Carolinas ever? Because you see how Memphis got their run right. So Memphis just they kick you in the door. They just running. You can't tell Memphis, and so the South is still going on. Do you think Carolina gonna get that run, man?
Yeah, I just think that it has to come from a different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the conference they were talking about, because they were thinking about going to Boston, And then they kind of last minute, like somebody was just like, it's too cold, let's go to Charlotte. It was a random kind of decision. And when they got there afterwards, they're like, we didn't realize how much talent was here. They're like, we'll be back.
Yeah, it's all Charlotte, man.
So, and that's always how it is, right?
You know, and the thing is, you know, he's not from Charlotte or from the Carolinas. You know, he's from Ohio. Okay. So there's a lot of people coming in from different places now.
Most definitely.
You know, from what I saw, even at the showcase, you know, it was like the guy that won. You know, he's from Durham. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't from Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? And he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, you know, I'm glad that, you know, Charlotte is opening its doors to other natives, and other natives are coming in the city. You know, and I think, you know, by him being from Ohio, maybe that's why his attitude is different. Right. You know, maybe in Ohio it's a different energy, but it matches with mine. Because I'm like,
got that Midwest charm.
Yeah, the Midwest thing going on, and you know, maybe the environment that he came from. You know what I'm saying? It's just understand the business. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, that's what it all boils down to.
That's my next question too. So, like, what would you tell? Like, what advice would you give artists coming up, or artists in the game? What kind of business thing would you give them? Some type of, not even motivation, but because a lot of people don't understand the business of the music business or the you know, the film side of the business. What's some tips you can some jewels you can drop with a man, just understand that part of the business, what they need to get right when they get into that the music or the film business?
Shut up and listen. I mean, you know, because I shut up and I listen. You know, when you want to get where somebody is going, you know, you're trying to get where they're going. So you got to shut up and listen. Just be humble. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're young. Like, you know, before I worked with, you know, Teddy. I mean, I was young, so I'm like, yo, this is my college. This is my learning. This is my intern, and I got my time. Because I was young, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me just go through this, you know, whatever it takes, and take off my brain and my ego and my smartness and put Teddy Riley's head on me and just be a robot. But know that keep your senses and don't get caught up, but at the same time, you know, this is it. Like, this is what I came for. This is what I asked for. And it ain't going to be peaches and cream all the time, but you know, I feel like they say, 40 is the new 30, 50 is the new 40, whatever, you know, and keep your, like me, you know what I'm saying, I just kept my energy, man, because the energy is key, you know what I'm saying, kept my energy. Get the best of you, because it will, you know, it'll disappoint you and everything, but just keep your inner core safe from all the bullshit, and you're gonna be okay, you know. But you know, as I say, just because you know, I meet people nowadays, man. You know, they may be whatever, still doing what they're doing, man. And I'm like, wow, you know, you haven't found another way because it's not working. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta find different ways. You know, as I said, I was four different people coming in from 4 different angles, cutting hair, a personal assistant. A&R, you know, there was so many different ways that, okay, you know, one of them gonna, you know, catch on, and it did, you know, with the songwriting, with the production, you know, with Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And it was so many people that wanted to get on that album, and big names didn't make it, you know, and mine did, you know, with Sharifa's album, you know. I remember when somebody called me and said, yo, man, your name is in Billboard. I said, huh? They said, so in Billboard it said the one track that stood out amongst all of them. Yeah. She Was Phony, you know. Yeah. Produced by KQ and Adidas. Adidas was really Teddy, you know, but you know, Teddy is very careful about who he attaches himself to. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that was a proud moment for me because, you know, having an ear for something and knowing that it's a hit record and it comes out in Billboard saying that this was the best track from Heaven Can Wait, now trending on TikTok because the kids love the record. You know, I know hit records, you know, and it took 20 years for that record to surface, cream, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know, it's like it's a timeless music.
Right.
And I urge everybody, all the artists have. I'm not gonna tell nobody business, but overall, the point is, stop being in love with your own music. You know what I'm saying? You gotta if you're gonna be in love with it, make it bigger. For example, her songs were personal, but she made it bigger. I can't stand when I ain't even no names, but y'all singing these records in your own bedroom, and you're loving the records, but nobody else. It's not a big record. You gotta have anthems. Sunshine Anderson got an anthem. She's torn forever. She got an anthem. Heard it all before. Find you some anthems. Find you some records that's going to keep you touring. Anthony Hamilton got many anthems.
Just get y'all some jewels.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so stop making personal records for your mama and for your daddy and for your kids. Stop making them personal records, because the object is to make money, I hope. And this kid here, man, he got so many anthems. It's crazy.
Y'all stay tuned, man.
Yeah.
Got E.T. in the building, man.
Yeah, anthems.
I think what he's saying is essentially like, just if it's not a hobby for you, if you want to be in the music business, it's like, just don't take it too seriously, I guess. Which is, it sounds counterintuitive, but like, I guess the music itself, when you're writing, it's not that serious, and it's not all about you,
right.
Because especially if you're singing in front of a bunch of people, like, they're a part of that. Like, the audience it's not you separated from the audience. That's their energy feeds into your energy, and you guys feed back into each other. So those songs, it's not just about you. So love them, but don't take them too seriously, if that makes sense.
You make a lot of sense. You make a lot of sense. But and again, like I said, I got so many questions. Like I said, I can talk to you all day. All day. But I want to thank you again, though, for taking time out your day, man. I know you're a busy man, and you run around all the place, man. And when I got that phone call from you, man, I was like, hell yeah.
Right.
I'll be honest. I said, man, Kenny's so damn busy. Kenny ain't gonna hear from Kenny. You called me off guard the other day when you called me. I was like, you like, when you want to do? I said, man, hell yeah, this week. I won't even waste no time. As soon as you're free. So like I said, again, I appreciate you taking time out your day, man, because I know you're wide open, man, and getting it done. So again, I appreciate, man, just being knowing you over the years, man. Like I said, keeping your word and just always showing me love every time you run into me.
Always, man. Always.
So I definitely appreciate that, bro.
It was great seeing you at that conference.
Yes, sir.
It was great seeing a lot of people, because I had been out off the scene, what I'm saying? So when I showed up, man, everybody showed love, and I was like, wow. I just made me feel like, because I always felt like, I was young when I started, and I was young, but I knew a lot, so people didn't take me seriously. They were like, this kid, but now that I'm older, I'm like, well, one day, new kids gonna look at me like the OG,
right?
And here I am, man. I'm like, wow, that was a quick 30 years.
Right. And again, before we wrap it up, you want to plug anything? I know you want to promote that some more, man, in the clothing line, man, because that shit dope, man.
Grand Coramino by Kevin Hart.
All right.
Quiller and the Fabletics brand.
You got all the brands, man. You got everything, man. You plugged in, man.
Ryan Davis, my man Ryan Davis. The shoes by. No, I'm just kidding.
But now, so my man doing big things out here, man. So y'all see him around, man. Network with him, man. Talk to him, man. Don't forget the 26th, Blumenthal. Get your tickets, man. Support it, man. It's going down like that, man. Again, we Mackin-N-Traffic, man. I got Mr. Kenny Quiller here with me, man. The OG, man. The legend, man. Still out. He back in the music business, man. He say he tapped out, but I think we gonna keep him back in. We gonna find a way to keep him all the way in there. E.T. gonna keep him in there all the way.
Yeah.
You feel me? We gonna lock him back in, man. And then you're in the film industry too, man. So can the cats, if they want to audition for the play and stuff like that, how do people do that?
I mean, I will be posting things on my social media, as things are needed.
Okay.
I met, as I've through the years, I met people that I thought they could act, because I didn't have a platform. But I told those people, like, if I ever get into TV and film, I'm gonna come back and holler at you. That's how I like to do stuff, because I like to do stuff when there's nothing happening, when it's quiet, when I can meet somebody and see what they have, when I'm not in that industry. But, now that I'm trying to get in it, I kind of already got my core of people that I want to work with, that I believed in before the distraction. It was clear to me that this person can act. Or it's clear to me that this person has a look, or they got the it, or they got the energy. I didn't even know that they could act. They were like, hey, I act. And I'm like, okay, what else do you do? I sing too. So I said, all right, let me see what you can do. They sung. I said, no, that ain't it. Because I done seen singers.
Right.
Now, act for me. Man, they give me chills. Like, oh, my God. Like, they give me the same chill that a singer would do.
Right.
So I know that they can act, you know, and they just need a platform. So when a background check came, you know, shout out to Dr. Dean, Dr. Curtis Dean, you know, he had posted on his Instagram, hey, you know, I'm doing a stage play called Background Check, and I need 8 actors. I'm like, oh my God, like, I said, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna ask them, can I help cast? Because nobody's gonna say that. They're gonna be like, I wanna act, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. I went to that back door again, like, hey, can I help cast? And he said, absolutely. Because he knew my track record with finding singers.
Okay.
I mean, I already had the whole cast already done. So when we did the audition, you know, I brought each of them in the course of like a whole week. And he said, Kenny, how did you do that? Because I'm like, because I had already had them in my Rolodex. Like, I already knew what they could do. And you needed 8 characters. And so I got a singing group called Undefined. So to me, that was 3 girls that were one group. That meant I didn't have to find 3 more.
Right.
But they already sing. They're already together. I don't know if they can act, but they got aspirations. As long as you got the aspirations,
Right.
then let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? So I got them. I got Angel. To me, she's like my Angela Bassett. You know, that's the one that told me that she could sing. I mean, you can hum, but you can't sing. But you know, she can act. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Herschel. You know, that's my Denzel of the crew. You know, when I saw him, he was at another play that my classmate was doing. Kamisha Ebron from Dub C. You know, we lived on the same street in Hit Valley, man. I saw him, I'm like, yo, man, your character, like, are you this person in real life? And when I met him face to face, he wasn't. He was the total opposite. So to me, that was acting because you had me convinced that you were this player, but you wasn't. You know, when I met you in real life. So then Jermaine Coleman, you know, he grew up in the Valley with me. I saw him at the New Jack City stage play. It was cold that night, man, but I saw him. He had on a hoodie and he was covered, but I remember how dope he looked as kids. Like, he had that good wavy hair. You know, he was just suave. So I hit him up on Facebook because, you know, I'm trying to live my life with intent and purpose, so nothing is going to go unturned.
Right.
Like how they say you don't, I've got the saying, but so basically, you know, I hit him up on Facebook, man, was like, yo, man, do you act? Because you got the look. He's like, man, I was in a good band, hard to find. I said, you got to be kidding.
Yeah.
And his name is the same name as the other writer of the play, Jermaine Coleman. So I'm like, yo, man, let's talk. So, you know, he auditioned. He did his thing. So, you know, so far I got like, I'm going to say, and plus with E.T. now, you know, I got like 6 core people that, it's like this. Like, you know how you have a record label, a roster? This is my roster with the TV and film.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to promote them. I want to put them in different other situations.
Gotcha.
You know, so it's like I'm kind of fusing the music with the TV and film.
Gotcha.
And I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I feel like when you do things unorthodox and different, I can promote this. Like, I'm promoting Bad Boy. This is my label. This is my roster. There's gonna be other movie companies out there that want talent. This is it. You know, so I don't know where this is going, man, but you know, it is.
You keep your hands
what
on
it
something
is,
going.
man.
That's what you do.
Yeah. So
Well, I definitely appreciate you, Mr. Kenny, man, pulling up on me, man. Like I said, it's a blessing, bro. Like, even just saying, just to see you again, man. The new year. I say it's been years, man. I've been watching your work, man. Just, but like I said, it's been. I was in the West Coast for a little minute. Like I said, I came back, man, and just see you still at it, man. Even just in the whole entertainment business period, man. So it's always good to see that because that's motivation to me too.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? Like I say, never quit. You just got to, you know what I'm saying, try something different.
That's right.
Put
Try something different.
Put your avenues in, man. I say, coming from a barber and doing the music, man, and producing and writing, then getting the whole situation, man, and just creating your lane.
Right.
You know
Creating the lane.
And knowing you personally, and knowing that, like I say, that shit motivation, man. To know like anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your niche in what you do. And it's saying the whole time I was interviewing, I noticed everything you were saying. You didn't ask for nothing. You brought value to it.
Right. Oh my God, that's
another
thing, man. It's like you have to bring value to it, man. That's the only way that people are gonna want you around.
Right.
You're bringing value to the table. You know, I ain't taking nothing. You know, I'm always trying to add to it. You know, because when you add to it, people are going to give it to you, because they see you moving, they see you working. I mean, I do have a lot of connections because I think they want to help now, like they want to assist, whether it's the hookup on the hotel, the hookup on the airlines. I mean, I actually got 2 hookups with Delta and American now. You know what I'm saying? So, I got options, you know what I'm saying? But, I would have never gotten that if I was lazy, if I was asking for something, begging for something. No, I'm not going to do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to prove to these people that, you put in your faith and your belief in me, you know what I'm saying? And there's enough money for everybody, man. So,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, man. Y'all learned a lot, man. This thing, y'all stay tuned because y'all gonna see this worldwide in a minute, man. Like I say, I got the first one.
You did.
Mr. Quiller, man, the one and only, man. So again, I want to thank you, bro, for coming.
You're welcome, man.
The Mackin-N-Traffic podcast. E.T. Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you, man.
I see from the conference and everything. I'm definitely gonna talk to you some more, man. We're gonna link up, man, and I'm gonna support it, man. What you got going on, man. Both of y'all, man.
Thank you, man.
We're gonna keep this thing networking, man. That's why I call it Mackin-N-Traffic.
I love it.
You know I love it. We're gonna build, man. So everybody tuned in, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all gonna see the edits, the drops, man. We're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. March 26th, you in the city, man. Blumenthal Center. Y'all come support, man. Reach out to Mr. Kenny Quiller. Reach out. Well, y'all know you got to with him yet. So anything you got to holler at Mr. Quiller.
Right.
You feel me? So again, man, appreciate you, man. We Mackin-N-Traffic, man. We're gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man. Y'all stay focused, stay good, man. Keep God first, and everything else gonna fall behind. You know what I'm talking about?
Amen.
We out here, man. We Mackin-N-Traffic. Your boy Luckbone, man. Mr. Kenny Quiller, E.T. That's all y'all know right now. E.T. Y'all gonna see it soon, man. Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate
Cool,
you,
man.
Mr. Quiller, man. That's what I'm talking about. I done catch you about 2 hours. I didn't want to keep you too long. Chop this.
Welcome to the cat, bitch. Made us a plan, stuck to the goal. Keep it 100, that's the G code. Got it out the mud, watch the grass grow. True to the shit, you ain't seen this before. Man, we made us a plan, stuck